Dow Jones Industrial Average daily forecast, August 10th, fxempire.com. The Dow Jones Industrial Average had a fairly flat session on Thursday as we ended up basically unchanged. In fact, we closed at down a tenth of a percent roughly. What we find interesting about this chart is the fact that it just seems so extended at this point, and as such, we think that a pullback should be coming. There is an uptrending kind of resistance line it's been following. This market isn't quite a channel. You can't really, you have to use a bit of imagination to call it that. But there is something going on that's got an upsloping trend in this market. However, nothing goes up in a straight line, and a lot of this is probably predicated upon the idea that the Federal Reserve may be easing. We see the 13,000 mark as a natural place to find support, so we're actually waiting for a pullback of about 150 points or so to get involved and start buying stocks again. Because if the Fed does ease, and other central banks around the world as well, the ECB and Bank of Japan especially, this will make stocks an attractive buy as fiat currencies will lose their value overall. Of course, we are in a race to the bottom, so we'll have to keep an eye on the currency markets to see which ones. But nonetheless, there is obvious upward pressure in this market, and as such, it's going to be difficult to short it, even though intuitively the economy doesn't suggest that these stocks should be rising this high. 13,300 looks like it's going to be overly resistive, and we probably will have to pull back to gain that momentum to break through. Again, we also see 12,800 as support as well, so we need to get well below there before we start shorting the market. We think we still have a ways to go on the upside as central banks are expected to ease, and until the Fed makes a decision, it looks like the market's just going to assume they will, and this will be the middle of September or so before we find out conclusively what they're going to do.